And now we're going to be speaking with Mike Eppel, 680's business news editor. Mike, step 3, this seems like a big deal. What's happening?
Yeah, it sure is. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning.
This is what so many small businesses have been waiting for, the reopening, the ability to have patrons inside a restaurant or gyms or movie theaters and all these things. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how quickly and how enthusiastically people are ready to go back inside some of these establishments. And the other thing that's, if we again use other countries that have reopened before us as a template,
yes,
will business owners have an issue or difficulty finding some staff? Will they be short-staffed in the early days? We've heard a lot about people choosing to change careers, maybe go back to school. The gig economy has certainly been shaken up by all of this. And, there may actually be some pressures within the market where companies are going to have to offer higher wages. There may be a short supply, a staff shortage. That's certainly been the case in other jurisdictions. And it's going to be very interesting to see if, in fact, that's the case here in Ontario as we move into stage 3 today. It's good news. Trying to get things back to normal. And again, people still wearing masks and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, getting back for a nice weekend, hopefully.
Well, and getting back to work, right? And that's
right.
That's
well,
really
sure.
what
I mean, look, we're still an estimated 600,000 jobs below where we were prior to the pandemic outbreak in the overall labor market. So the unemployment rate's still elevated, up around, it's a little shy of 8%, but still a long way to go in the full recovery phase.
So there's a new target to reopen the border for American travelers. Talk to me a little bit about this. What type of impact is that going to have?
Well, look, the mid-August time frame is what Prime Minister Trudeau's talking about for allowing fully vaccinated American travelers to come, across the border to see some of their properties, maybe at border communities. There's a lot of people from the States who own properties along the Lake Erie shoreline, for example. The tourist towns on the border are all just clamoring to see American customers come back. Again, we're still about a month away from this. Two things. How are they going to implement it? Because we have access to the Arrive Can app where you can upload your vaccination information. They don't have that in the United States. Are they going to bring that in or somehow, or is it just going to be paper at the border? What kind of a mess is that going to be trying to cross coming into Canada? There's a lot of logistics that have to be worked out here, I'm guessing. And also, time frame, mid-August. What else is supposed to be or expected to be happening in mid-August? Well, that's right, a federal election call. Yeah. So you get that out of the way, and then you jump into a potential fall election race.
Will make everybody feel good, at least about being able to go over to New York or Michigan or.
Well, it's easier for us to get across now than it is, I think, for for Americans to come back, again, because of the vaccination rules and the availability of that app that allows easier travel across the border.
A lot of Americans are starting to travel, right? American Airlines is calling back 3,000 employees from furlough because of this surge. So what's happening there?
It's actually been quite remarkable to see how quickly the recovery has happened in the United States. And again, you can make the argument that they're maybe going too fast, and there are outbreaks of COVID-19 in states where there are lower vaccination rates. But the two big airlines, Delta and American, this week both reported actually pretty good earnings, which is surprising in and of itself. And American is recalling 3,000 employees from furlough faster than they first thought because they see the fall travel demand back up to pre-pandemic levels. And they're also hiring an additional 800 employees at American. So again, the Canadian airlines are looking at that enviously, saying, well, that might be us someday. But you might actually see a labor shortage at some point in the aviation industry because a lot of people have left that industry. So they're going to have a bunch of new people coming in.
Speaking of travel, Jeff Bezos' trip to space is expected to take place on next Tuesday. He's going to have an 18-year-old passenger?
This is okay. This gets weirder by the minute because, first of all, you had Virgin Galactic and Sir Richard Branson last Sunday going to the edge of space. Jeff Bezos on the Blue Origin rocket ship. It's a very different, more traditional type of technology to get into suborbital levels. But there was an auction for one of the seats, which went for $28 million to an unknown buyer who, he's got a scheduling conflict. What? What? Like you had a repair at the house that was coming due that day and you just couldn't not be there? Anyway, so another person is going on the flight, 18-year-old, I got to get the name right here, Oliver Damon, who is the son of a Dutch finance executive. How much they're paying, we don't know. So you're sending your kid to space? Is that how this works? Like, and at what price? And that's going to be fascinating.
Lives
Space
of
tourism
the
is weird to me, but anyway, I know, right? That's right now. Just, hey, you want to go to space next Tuesday? I'm trying to send you to the moon.
Thank you so much, Mike. Always a pleasure. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. With 1 week to go before the Olympics, organizers are confirming new COVID-19 cases among athletes and staff. Is this just the beginning? We've got details next.